Good morning, welcome to The Laughing Carpenter. I need to build a jig, and in order to build that jig, or in part of the jig, I'm going to be using these 8mm rods, but I need to put a thread on one of them. And I was down at my local Lidl a couple of days ago and I saw this, a tap and die set, Parkside Tap and Die set. I thought that's exactly what I need to put a thread on the end, should I say, of that steel rod. I've not used a tap and die set since I was in metalwork class in high school, and that's more than a week or two ago, shall we say. So I thought I'll bring you along with me for the ride to see how good this is, see if I can use one, and yeah, see if it's any good. Right, this is the case itself, plastic moulded case. I've actually taken off the tab already. I've had a quick look inside, but I haven't actually used any of them. You have the instructions, all in various languages. There's only this particular section actually that's in English. Quite basic information on how to actually use either the tap or the die. Safety instructions, wear safety gloves rather. So apart from that, it's quite basic. There's no real in-depth instructions there. Inside the actual box itself, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dies of various sizes. WWS, which, if memory serves correct, is that Whitworth standard? I'm sure you'll tell me otherwise, but I'm pretty sure that stands for Whitworth standard thread. And you've got various, obviously, cutting diameters from, what's the smallest one, 3mm, 3, 4, I've got a 5, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 and 12. They're all metric and slightly different thread sizes as well. And the same with the actual taps. I think that's at me 1/8, so you've got 1/8 tap, which is, it's MPT 27, is that? I think it says on there. Does it say on there? I'm not sure you can see that. Yes, it does. I think that's MPT 27. I think that's pipe. I think it's for working with pipes, that. I think. And actually that's the same one, that's corresponding one that's actually pre-installed on the cutting tool itself. Then you've got your corresponding taps that goes with the sizes of the dies. You have here a thread gauge, WWS stamped again, to Whitworths, and on here those markers are not very oh, there we go. Look at right size, you will be able to see them. 0.5, 0.7, 0.8 and 1. And I suppose these will be slightly larger. It's quite stiff to get out actually. There we go. It's quite stiff, is that? Yes, you got 1.25, and I'm going to say it goes up to, wow, those are tight. Those are pretty tight together, those. That's 27, which will be your pipe, and you've got 175, 1.25 and 1.5 standard sizes. It's tight and flimsy at the same time, I don't know if that makes sense. The box, on the box itself you have got, I'll bring you in so you can have a look here. You have got, I don't know if you can see that, that's like telling you what's inside the box. The numbers correspond to the different parts on the box, and there you've got like a guide for the actual threads and the various tap and dies that you need to use that correspond to the thread. Like I say, it's been, oh my word, when were I at high school? My God, 50 odd years ago. No, longer. Well, yeah, about 50 years ago I left high school. So that's how long it is since I've last used something like this. Let me set myself up. I'm going to probably chamfer the edge of that. I think it, in fact, I think looking at the instructions it does say actually should chamfer the edge of that. I'm going to put an M8 die into that and see if it works. Right, looks like you've got 4, well, they're not holes, they're more like dimples really, that correspond to the 4 screws there, and looks like you've got a V groove there, which, looking at the V groove here, V groove there lines up with that screw there. So I'm going to suggest that you probably put that one in first, and it'll centralise it so you can screw the rest of them in. Put that. There we go, yep. Yeah, then those screw in, yeah. So that one basically centralises it also, that you can't get these screws out of whack. And I'm going to say that screws in there. There we go, that's in. Let's try it. Right, as I said, it's a long time since I've done this. It's either going to go really well or it's going to go really badly, and that'll either be because this isn't very good or I'm not very good. Let's find out. Have I got it right way down? Yeah, it's slightly tapered, slightly wider at this end than it is to that end, so I'm going to suggest that goes in first, and you'll have to put a bit of pressure on to get it going. I might not have tapered it enough, you know. It wants to start, but at the same time it doesn't want to start. So it's starting to cut in. I'm going to taper that a little bit more and we'll come back in a second. Right, let's try again. Ooh. I think we're almost. As warm as that. Oops. Well, it wants to cut it, but at the same time it also wants to turn everything with it. I am starting to get a thread. Lost my thread, no, quite literally. There we go, found it again. It is cutting the thread. I must make sure it's the right one, because this is an M8 bolt I've already got. Yeah, well, that works. That works fine. It just doesn't want to cut that. Right, let me try the taps. Because I'm not a metal worker, I don't have a lot of metal knocking around my workshop, but I've got this old square washer which I'm not entirely sure where it's come from. So if I can put a hole in it, where's that? Bit back a bit. If I can put a hole in it, let's see if I can cut a thread in it. Now that's a 7mm drill bit, and I'm going to be cutting an 8mm thread into this. I suppose ideally I should use 7.5mm, but I don't own one, so let's see how we get on with this. Let's give it a squirt of the old WD-40. This seems to be working. So what do I think to all this little lot? I'm disappointed. Yes, it's got a hole in this washer, and it screws in, but it's a bit wobbly. Is the thread? I don't know if that's my cutting or what, I don't know, but yeah, that works fine. But it's not what I bought it for. I bought it so I could put a thread on that, and this ain't gonna cut. No pun intended, isn't going to cut it. To make it cut a thread, I'm having to take more and more material off, and my concern is the more material I cut off, the less of a thread I'll have, which is not what I want. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. Actually, another thing which I saw, I don't know if you can see this, I'll bring it up to the camera. If you can't see it, I will take a picture of it and show it. The thread on this, the cutting thread, has actually been rounded off, and you would think this would be stronger, or it should be stronger than a washer. It's supposed to be stronger than the material it's cutting through, I think. So all in all, I'm a bit disappointed with this this Parkside kit. I think I'm going to have to find another way to put a thread in that, probably by, dare I say, a more reputable brand. I feel like I'm knocking Parkside. I genuinely am not. I've had some tools off from them before. They've been little belters. Staple gun, which I've still got. I used to have a little cut-off tool, a little 12-volt cut-off tool a few years ago. That were a cracking little tool. Really what a good little tool. I used to have a, it was like a reciprocating saw that actually transformed into a jigsaw. That was a nice little tool as well. It's hard to describe exactly what. I've not seen it on sale for a while actually, so I might not even do it anymore. But that was a belting little tool. But this, unless I've done something wrong, because as I mentioned earlier, it's been a lot of years since I've used something like this. But it's not rocket science. Saving money. Saving money. And if you need one of these, I'm sure there's better kits out there. I haven't looked. I'm going to have a look because, as I mentioned, I need to do something with these rods. But yeah, $12.99. Nah. I'll put that somewhere and probably forget about it, if I'm honest with you. If I want to cut some plastic, or if I want to clean a thread, that's all it's good for. I'll clean this thread. I noticed earlier when I was making sure it's right size, like it's biting now. It'll clean your thread up nicely. But that's not what it's designed for. It's designed for cutting threads, not cleaning them. So, won't come out now. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to put that down and call it a day. So this Parkside, has it got a model number? This Parkside, not sure it has. Tap and Die kit. Give it a miss. Right, that's me. Gonna go do some research now on a better tap and die set. I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.